What is going on, Kyle? We are back for another UFC fight night this week. It's the main event is Derek Brunson versus Darren Till.
Yeah, it's a good week. We
This is a
need
great,
to bounce
great
back.
card. We need
We,
to bounce
we
back.
did horrible in the UFC. I owe you a shoey still. That'll be up shortly. I'll post that on Twitter.
Oh yes,
Um, your boy Giga looked good.
he looked real good. He looked like he could probably beat anyone outside of the top three. I think they should give him Zabit next.
Oof,
I think
that'd
that
be
would
good.
be that'd be a great test for him.
Yeah, he looked awesome, and then just about everything we called didn't go our way. Sam Alvey, his opponent lost 2 points. He still couldn't find the win.
Yeah.
Watching that was just so frustrating. His style of backing up, and when he charges forward, he looks really good. That was like the most frustrating thing. Is he probably should have won that fight if he
Well,
just
he
fought.
definitely should have won the fight because his
Yeah,
Wellington Turman lost 2 points.
yeah, wanted to jab his eyes out.
Work in the eyes,
Yeah. Um, and then
eyes,
Darren
body, eyes,
Stewart. I
body.
thought Darren Stewart would see a different Darren Stewart. That guy's done.
Yes,
He'll be cut from the UFC, and I won't bet him in whatever league he joins.
yes,
He's done. But on to the next.
yes.
UFC
Bounce back.
Vegas 36, I believe.
Yep.
And the first fight up is Jonathan Martinez. He's minus 155 versus Marcelo Rojo at plus 135.
And for DraftKings, Martinez is 8,600 and Rojo is 7,600.
Yeah, Martinez is someone who's impressed me during his time in the UFC. He did lose his last fight to Davy Grant, but Davy Grant is a fucking savage.
Yes,
Brother Grant.
cousin Davy.
Yeah. Before that, he beat Thomas Almeida, and he looked great. He's got excellent boxing. Uses a nice lead jab followed by a left high kick. He's got some pop, but I like him. Rojo
Yeah, I'm just looking up
is
Rojo.
he's 2-2 in his last four, and his last loss came from Charles Jourdain by TKO with 30 seconds left in the fight. But that fight was back and forth.
Yeah.
Rojo landed some big shots, big combinations, and then Jordan took over about like halfway through round two,
Yep.
and he just didn't let up. So
Oh
this
yeah,
is
I
not
remember that.
it's not an easy fight. A lot of people are calling it chalk for Martinez, and I would have to agree. I do think Martinez wins. Martinez felt how dangerous the calf kick is against Davy Grant,
Oh,
and
she sure did.
I think I have a feeling he's going to utilize that himself in this fight. You've seen that a lot with guys when they get hit and they realize that technique is fucking on point. They tend to use it in their arsenal, and
Right.
I have a feeling that Jonathan Martinez utilizes the calf kick in this fight. Picks Martinez.
Yes. And I think I'm probably going to stay away from Martinez on DraftKings just because I think this probably goes to decision.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I could see this not being. I could see him scoring 80 points in a win, and that's not going to pick you up a tournament win, but could be good for cash.
Right.
Next fight is Dalcha Lungiambula plus
Yeah.
120 versus Marc-Andre Barriault at minus 140. Do you have any thoughts on this one, Scotty?
I like Dolce. This guy
Yeah,
looks like an absolute freaking, like he's made out of marble.
yeah, he is.
Coming out
um,
of the Congo.
he's a freak,
Yeah.
absolute freak. He beat Marcus Perez, but Marcus Perez is one of the worst fighters that's ever been in the UFC.
Correct. That is also true.
Um, but Delta did show he's got some decent wrestling. He uses that strength and power to take guys down. He did lose to Ankalaev, but Ankalaev is a fucking monster. No one's
Yeah.
beaten him.
Listen to this stat here.
All right.
All right. Uh, Dalcha is 5'8". Barrial is 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Dalcha's reach is 76 inches, and Barrial is 74.
Freak.
That's
He's a freak.
insane. That's
Mm-hmm.
insane.
Yeah, he's an athletic freak.
Yeah.
Barriault was a guy I was not high on. Lost his first UFC fights to Andrew Sanchez, Jocko, and Jung Young Park, who's our boy.
Yes.
And then he went on to KO Oscar Piachota. That fight was later overturned because Barriault used steroids. No surprise. One of GSP's boys out in Canada.
Yeah.
And then he cost us some money, Scotty, beating Abu Azadar.
Yeah.
Didn't see that KO coming. He looked good. He really looked good against Abu. That's the guy that we all thought we were getting coming into the UFC. I don't know why. Maybe he laid off the juice for his first 3 fights and then was like, "Fuck, I need to get back on."
I need some more tea.
Yeah.
I need some vitamin T.
He now trains at Sanford MMA, which is a good gym, and this is a toss-up.
Yeah.
For me. I know you like Dalcha. I'm leaning Barriault, but I don't have a strong opinion really either way.
Yeah.
I'm just leaning Barriault because, to me, Dalcha relies a little bit too much on the athleticism, and he has no good wins. None of his wins are against guys who are good. So
this is also true.
So that just scares me a little bit. It doesn't always mean anything, because, of course, you're supposed to beat the bad guys, you know. So. Right. It doesn't always mean that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I think Barriault survives the early barrage and comes on and wins this thing with volume, because he threw a freaking shit ton of punches against Abu.
Yeah, he sure did.
This next one is another banger. Julian Arosa plus 155 versus Charles Jourdain minus 190, who we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And Erosa is another guy who cost us money, Scott.
It's a pretty common theme, this card.
Yeah. He's a weird guy because we're all over him because he has wins over Jamal Emmers. He beat Sean Woodson, and he beat Nate Landwehr, who we loved.
We sure did.
And then he cost us some money and lost to Sung Woo Choi. He was KO'd in the first round against Choi.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, and then looking back, watching the tape, he was getting his ass kicked against Sean Woodson before he got that sub in round 3. The one thing I did like watching tape up against with Erosa is he likes the leg kick a lot.
Yeah, and the KO win against Landwehr was very early in the fight, so I mean, there's not really much to go on that win. I mean, obviously, even though he freaking starched him.
Yeah. And then Charles Jourdain, this is the story of 2 guys who maybe are good. They have great wins, and then they have some questionable fights.
Yeah, that's my sentiment here is maybe these guys are still good.
Like Charles Jourdain, when he fought that split with Andre Fili, who I'm super high on Andre Fili.
Yeah, Andre Fili's a beast.
I thought this kid, Charles Jourdain, was legit. He then went on to get beat for 2 rounds against Joshua Kulabau, who the fuck is that? And then he stormed back and did get the 10-8 to cause a draw, but, I mean, come on. And then, like we talked about earlier, yes, he did finish Marcelo Rojo, but up until the finish, it was a close back-and-forth fight.
Yeah.
If I had to lean, I do say I lean Charles Jourdain. I think he throws the straighter punches of the 2. Straighter punches usually get there first.
Yep.
I think he has a little bit more durability than Erosa, who we've seen get finished a few times. Charles Jourdain is always in there. So I'm going Jourdain here.
Yeah. Same slight lean on him, though.
Yeah. Not a DraftKings play for me.
No, me either. You know who is a DraftKings play for me is Jack Shore.
Oh, yeah.
This is a nice, easy one.
Minus 410 against Liudvik Sholinian. Sholinian. There we go. Plus 310. Yeah, I agree. He's the definition of a DraftKings play. Takedown after takedown.
Takedown after takedown after takedown.
Yeah. It wasn't always easy against Hunter Azar in his last fight, but I think, people were shitting on him for that. Hunter Azar is a little bit better than people think. He's hard to take down. He's a former wrestler, and he's jacked as shit.
This is also true.
Yeah. And then Liudvik, he was on Tough 29 and was eliminated by the winner, Ricky Tercios, who, yeah, he won Tough. I'm not that high on him, though.
No.
He described his own fighting style as having no steering wheel. Against a guy like Jack Shore, I don't think that works.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I expect Jack Shore to put on a wrestling clinic here, maybe get a finish.
Yeah, same. I think he gets a finish. No. Yeah, I don't think this thing goes 3 rounds.
No, probably not. Next up, we got the meatball. Molly McCann, 105 versus Ji Young Kim at -115.
Yeah. Talk about a disappointment in Molly McCann.
Yes, I know. 2-fight losing streak to Talia Santos and Laura Procopio. We're on McCann against Procopio, by the way. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I think we were on her against Santos, too.
Probably. Because before that, she looked good. She looked like a contender. She won 3 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. We were fooled.
Yeah. One thing, I'm leaning Kim here. I'll tell you that right now.
Same.
And one thing that made me really look at that was when McCann lost to Procopio. She left her gloves in the ring, like to retire.
Right.
You never like to see that. She seemed defeated. Kim did lose her last fight to Alexa Grasso, but Grasso's a fucking monster. And it was a bad matchup because Grasso's a boxer. Kim is a stand-up person herself, so it was striker versus striker. Before that, she fucking beat the piss out of Nadia Kassem.
Yeah.
Dropped her with a body shot. Looked really good. She's got some pop for this division. I like Kim all day in this fight.
Same.
The only way Kim loses is like a boxer like Grasso or someone who could ground her out.
Yeah. I think Molly McCann is done.
Yeah. Next fight is a huge one. Paddy Pimblett's UFC debut, finally. -135 versus Luigi Vanderamini at +115. What do you think, Scotty?
Give me Paddy.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And the
Easy.
UFC's with you too, I think.
Yeah.
The UFC didn't sign Paddy Pimblett to lose his debut.
Yeah. This is a setup fight.
Yes. He's only 26, but he's got good experience. He's fucking savage in there. Uber aggressive, fucking with strikes, with takedowns. He uses trips really well. And once he's on the ground, he's just constantly attacking. Whether that's your neck, arm, and leg, he doesn't even give a shit.
Yeah.
Paddy Pimblett, I have him winning this. I have him winning it easy. I have him winning it round 1, probably by sub.
Yeah, for sure.
He was on record as saying if he loses this fight, or not even lose, if he doesn't win this fight in round 1, he's gonna be pissed. So he's going for broke round 1. Paddy Pimblett is the play.
He is all of the play.
Yes.
It's Paddy Pimblett.
And the line's pretty good. We're getting a good line on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people are sleeping on this guy. He's only at -135 right now.
Yeah.
And only 8,300 on DraftKings.
Yeah. I think we're getting some good value there. Next up is Modesto Spukakis, -155 versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. +135.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Another disappointing career is Modestas Bukauskas. He looked so he was the guy I think in his UFC debut that beat Andre Michailidis when they opened the cage and Michailidis fell out and they said he was knocked out.
Right.
That was his last win. I believe.
I forgot about that.
and then he got curb stomped by Jimmy Crute and fucking lost a split decision to Michael Alex. Yeah.
Yeah.
who were both good guys, but
Jimmy Crute, is he that good? He's athletic and strong,
yeah,
but I don't know if how good.
yeah.
Well, Scott, let me tell you about another guy who's got a disappointing career. Khalil Roundtree.
Yes. I know this is like the toughest freaking like.
Yeah.
Who are we picking to lose the least?
I will tell you, I have been disappointed in Khalil in this last couple fights. He cost us money. Pretty sure we had him against Kudalaba and Prachniow.
We definitely had him against Kudalaba.
And I'm pretty sure we had Anders against him when he beat the shit out of Anders.
Yeah.
But I'm taking Khalil. He's a great striker. He's fighting a guy in Bukauskas who's a striker. Khalil's got the power edge.
Yeah.
I know he's been training in Thailand, but he's been training in Thailand for his last few fights, so nothing new there. But I like Khalil. He has all the fucking tools in his tool bag to be good at this sport. He just needs to put it together. And at a dog, I'll take him. A dog. That's the only reason I'm taking.
Right. Yeah. Same. And I think it's more a pick against Modestas than anything else.
Agreed. That brings us to our next one. Alex Morono, minus 165 versus David Zawada, plus 145. And Morono's someone I like, but I'm picking against him here. But I love watching him fight.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite fighters to watch. He beat the shit out of Donald Cerrone. I don't know how much you could put into that. And that's one of the reasons that I'm betting against him today. Look at his last wins. Cerrone, Pettis, McKee, sorry, not Court McKee.
Pettis he lost to.
Yeah, and he lost to Pettis. Those are just his recent fights. I can't take him.
And then he got knocked out. He got knocked out by Chaos Williams.
Yeah, and Chaos, he does hit hard, but
yeah,
so does David Zawada. Zawada has had the opposite of what Morono has had. Morono has had an easy run in the UFC, whereas David Zawada has fought fucking killers.
Yeah.
Roberts, Jing Liang, Nurmagomedov, who he beat.
Yes.
And Ameev. I mean, come on. What are they trying to do to this guy?
They're trying to break his freaking will.
Yeah. Every time I watch him, he surprised me. He hits hard. He could go for takedowns when he has to. He's an athletic guy. He's going to be faster than Morono. He's going to be the more technically sound guy compared to Morono. It's just, will he gas himself out punching Morono in the face, and can Morono come back?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I like Zawada, and the line is right.
The line, yeah. They got this one wrong, I think.
Yeah.
The odds makers. Alex Morono should not be minus 150 against anyone other than maybe Donald Cerrone.
Agreed. But these last few fights here are all awesome because we now have Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Spivac, and when I looked at it, it was minus 175 for Tom Aspinall. I know it's over 200 now.
And it's minus 260 right now.
Yeah. What's Sergey at?
Plus 210.
So this sucks. When they put this together, I was pissed because I like fucking both of these guys.
Spivac won his money his last fight.
Spivac won his money his last 5 fights.
Yeah. Yeah, we had him against Vanderaa and I think Philippe as well.
And we had Tybura against him.
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah.
This dude he's pretty freaking active.
Yeah.
This is his third fight since February.
The polar bear.
Yeah.
Needs to stay active. But yeah, he's a guy, he could throw for volume as a heavyweight. He has heavy hands. He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And he has good takedowns.
Yeah. He looked pretty good, or he looked good against Alexei fucking Ezekiel Choke Olenek in June, but that fight was way closer than it should have been.
Agreed.
It should have been Sergey Spivac steamrolling Alexei Olenek, and I was nervous the entire time.
Agreed. I totally agree with that.
And Tom Aspinall has just been running through everyone.
Tom Aspinall isn't a problem.
Yes.
He literally has steamrolled through everyone. The way he dismantled Orlovsky after a close first round, which saw him, get rocked a little bit against Orlovsky, he showed he could battle back. If I had to pick a winner, just pick a winner, I'd say Tom Aspinall. But with the line, I'm leaning Spivac.
Yeah.
But Aspinall
I would maybe say under.
I like it.
Yeah. I think that's a safer bet.
One of these guys is getting finished.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they both have crazy power.
Yep.
Aspinall, his first 2 fights went a combined total of 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And he beat Jake Collier, who sucks. He's the guy I think he used to be a middleweight, and now he's at the very tippy top of the heavyweight weight limit at 265, and looks fat, fucking husky Jake Collier, and beat him in 45 seconds, and then knocked out Barriault in a minute 35.
Yeah.
So, and he submitted Arlovsky in the first minute of round 2. So all 3 fights are under.
Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. I like the under. That's a great call.
Yeah.
That brings us to our main. Huh?
Yep.
Go for it.
I was gonna say this is just enough of a step up for Aspinall, where is like potential for danger, but he should just steamroll. Spivac,
it's a great test.
Yeah. Yeah, because the 2 guys he had fought before Arlovsky were absolute jokes.
Yeah.
And Arlovsky, I mean, he's old, but he's also like
serviceable.
Still, he's like the classic journeyman where they put him up against prospects, and if you beat him, then good for you. If not, you fucking suck.
Right. Main event: Derek Brunson plus 155 versus Darren Till minus 180. I like Brunson. I know the popular pick is Till. He's kind of a sharp shooter with the punches, but Derek Brunson has impressed me. He coming off that loss to Adesanya, where he got KO'd in the first round.
Yes,
he has really turned back to his roots, to his wrestling roots. And amassed 4 takedowns against Theodoro, 2 against Heinisch, 4 against Shabazian, and 6 just infinite against Holland.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was ragdolling Holland all over the place.
Yeah.
But his wrestling's legit, and it always has been. The only people I remember he didn't take down, besides obviously Souza and Adesanya knocked him out, flash KOs round 1. He didn't take down Machida, but he knocked Machida out in round 1.
Yeah.
So the only guys he didn't take out are the absolute elite. He was also KO'd by Robert Whittaker. So he's fought all the top guys. And he's fought all the top guys for a long time.
Yeah.
And Darren Till.
Yeah. I just want, for the record, I'm with you on Brunson.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Because I've been seeing a lot of people taking Till here.
No, I see. I don't. I mean, I don't like that, because if you look, I mean, obviously Darren Till is a very good fighter, but if you look at his last couple of fights, right? Who did he fight? He lost a unanimous decision to Robert Whittaker, which was a very good fight, but Robert Whittaker beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then he beat Kelvin Gastelum, who hasn't won a fucking fight in 10 years.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah. And then got KO'd by Masvidal and got submitted by the boxer Tyron Woodley.
Yeah. In his defense, he did lose to Tyron Woodley when Woodley was good.
Right.
Um, but everyone keeps saying that Darren Till's going to knock out Brunson here because that's Brunson's like one kryptonite is he gets knocked out. He's very similar to Curtis Blades, the heavyweight.
Yeah.
If you can knock him out, you can beat him. If you can't, you can't.
Right.
And Darren Till, yeah, he hits hard, but who is he knocked out? Donald Cerrone? I mean, he just doesn't have that KO, those KOs on his record to back that up.
Right.
He's an excellent striker, but he's not. Derek Brunson knows that.
Yeah.
It's no surprise. We knows that too. And he's going to take him down.
Right. How do you neutralize strikers?
If you can
You
bet
get them on the floor.
If there was a bet for over under 4 takedowns, I would hammer the over.
Yes. That
Brunson
and I would say I don't know what the total is for number of rounds, but I'm thinking this goes to decision.
I could see it. Yeah. Darren Till is a tough guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Brunson here. I like it a decent amount, especially with the line.
Yeah, for sure. And he's only 7,400 on DraftKings.
Yes.
So definitely if you load up on like Jack Shore or Tom Aspinall and you find yourself down to only a couple thousand left, he's worth a look.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So were you able to make any DraftKings lineups?
Yeah, I have one. So I actually did load up on Tom Aspinall and Jack Shore. That's why I brought it up. I have Jack Shore, Tom Aspinall, and then we're down to Paddy Pimblett,
Oh, yeah.
who was only 8,300 on DraftKings. And when you said he was looking to finish in the first round, I was like, that's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
I did take Yeon Kim. I think she gets a win here. Probably not the highest score, but wins are wins. And then who do we have next most expensive is Khalil Roundtree. Again, I was kind of running out of money. I may actually swap him out for Brunson. But and then I also have David Zawada.
I like it. I made a very similar team. I made 2 teams this week. Jack Shore, Tom Aspinall.
I think those 2 guys probably everyone's going to have.
They are, and everyone's going to have Paddy as well. So it's going to be tough to distinguish yourself with other teams, but you almost have to have them. If they're going to score the most points, you have to have them.
Right.
Then have Barriault, Marc-Andre Barriault, because I think he might throw 200 punches in this fight. David Zawada and Derek Brunson.
Yeah.
Is my team there. And then my other team is similar, but I took out Aspinall and I put in Spivac because I'm split on that. And if Spivac wins, he might be able to win me this tournament. So I went with Jack Shore still because I think you need him.
Yeah.
Oh, and I took out Paddy because my theory on that was that everyone is going to take Paddy. And if he wins but doesn't score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th most points out of everybody, then you can win a tournament. So I got Jack Shore, Charles Jourdain. I think we could see a round 3 finish from him against Erosa. Marc-Andre Barriault again. Khalil Roundtree. Derek Brunson again, and Spivac.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there we are.
I haven't made any official bets yet, as I'm still doing my tape study and waiting for the weigh-ins. But those will be out. Dana White Contender Series tonight. Those notes are already out. The video's already up. Got some good fights. Our boy Pablito's boy is fighting on the card. AJ Fletcher.
Excellent. Yep.
Hopefully he gets the dub.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we got college football later in the week.
Start of college football. Hell yeah.
All right. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It really is.
Yeah.
All right, Scott.
I'll talk to you later.
See ya.